Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSI DFS Fantasy NFL Picks. I'm your host, Megaro31. I wasn't going to do a video, but I actually got everything done in time here. I know it's a little bit late, so I'm just going to fly through this, get it posted, and if 50 or 100 of you get to watch it and it helps at least one of you, then it was well worth the time. So, starting the quarterback line, you can always pay up there. Lamar, Hurts, Allen, all our quarterbacks with rushing upside, and Love is in a really good matchup there. In the medium range, Stroud, Mahomes, and Burrow are all solid picks. Most people are going to focus on this cheaper section. Nix is probably going to be a really chalky quarterback. It's a starting quarterback in a really good matchup, who is really cheap. Caleb Williams, Cousins, and then Tua making his return. I'm not. I'm going to fade Young, Richardson, and Minshew. If Daniels is in, maybe I'll consider him. I just don't know. Bears defense is decent, and with the rib injury, if he's trying to play through it, we'll have to see how things are going to play out there. For running back, Mixon's got to be one of the best plays if you can pay up for him against the Colts defense. They are just so bad. Henry against the Browns will probably be used for ground and pound and ball control. Barkley and Walker three against the Bills defense, who's been susceptible to the run. Brees Hall is probably going to be a chalk there against the Patriots. Gibbs, like I don't Montgomery, I have him on the fade list. He just kind of got banged up in the last game, and I just don't know if he's going to be 100% there. So it should open up more for Gibbs. Bijan Robinson for the Falcons. I'm not as much on the Robinson for Washington, that matchup, and Taylor coming back could be okay in the medium range. Really love Dobbins and pairing him with the Chargers defense against the Saints team that is really struggling for offense ever since they were like unstoppable early in the season. They are getting some weapons back, potentially entice Sid Hill, but I don't really think that they will have Carr back. He's doubtful, so I don't think it's like all systems go for them. Uh, Williams from Denver is in an awesome matchup. Also, will be very popular. Kanye Mostert looks a little bit banged up, and I think Kanye this game flow fits him better. And then Connor is against a team too that is more of a run funnel, so they should be giving up the run and protecting against the pass. And like Fade, Chubb, Stevenson, Montgomery, and Hubbard, I'm not super interested in. Wide receivers, usual suspects up top, Chase St. Brown, Brown from the Eagles and Diggs there. I think the high chalk if he's in is going to be Hill. If he's not in, I think Waddle will take that spot. Those two wide receivers are not priced for 200 week back. I think it was kind of a surprise to DK. London's been solid for Atlanta. Reed has been very solid for Green Bay and more for the Bears. Honestly, if he's in, Chargers have a really good matchup against New Orleans. Just have to get a lot of targets there from Herbert now that he's back and seems to be well, and just make sure that he's in the game. Just have a permanent flex or have another wide receiver ready to go in mind to swap him out if he's not ready there. Mooney and Cooper and Judy is a great one to pair with Knicks if you're going to actually sorry not Judy's not on the Broncos anymore. Silly guy here. He's on the Browns, so a good one to pair with Winston, who is not up on the board, but I think is one of my favorite GBP quarterbacks. He will be slinging it all over against the Ravens. The Ravens have been stout against the run, which leads me to not want to play Chubb, but I think that some of these wide receivers, Njoku's probably where you want to pair, but Judy or even Cedric Tillman, who is really um, come on and got some targets and has a lot of upside also. And then you still have Elijah Moore in the background there, kind of lurking. So McMillan and Palmer, whoever's going to fill in for Tampa Bay there with the tragic injuries to Evans and Godwin, which just kind of derails their season there. Otten's probably the one that's going to benefit the most, but there's other wide receivers Baker's probably going to figure out. He did on the Rams last year when they were down people and kind of brought them up another level. So maybe that could happen with them. Kind of a scratch off lottery ticket situation, but if you get it right, then it could put you ahead of the pack. So Iasovic is back. I'm not saying the name right for Cincinnati, where they're going to be missing, I believe, one of their wide receivers, right? Higgins is questionable. So if Higgins is not in, then you definitely want to consider him, and it doesn't look like Higgins is in the projected lineup. So my guess is he might be out by now. So definitely someone behind Chase to take up um, get some chances there. And with Metcalf going to be out, then Smith and Jigba should be the one that benefits the most. But Bobo, as a third wide receiver, is very, very cheap and a decent fill in there. Tight ends, Njoku's got to be the lock. Bowers has been solid too, even though against a pretty good Kansas City team. I think they are kind of a pass funnel. They stop the run and open up the pass, and I think he is the passing game for them. We'll be back to Gardner Minshew with Akano out. So he had done well there. Kels continues to have a good matchup, and with all the wide receivers getting banged up, I know they got DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know if they'll be on the same page yet. Um, with Mahomes, but Smith Schuster's out there, so Kels that should open up some things for him. Ingram should return for Jacksonville. Decent matchup there. Kraft and Love have developed a decent relationship, and he's very viable there. And Kincaid with Samuel out should be a good target for Allen. Uh, Pitts continues to be better than previous season. Henry is pretty much the only offense in New England and Schultz. He doesn't get many yards there, but he has been a good outlet for, and I think the yardage will eventually come for him and Stroud. And then with Goddard out, Calcaterra for Philly, All Junior for Cincinnati, especially with the Higgins out at tight end, and then Disley if he's in for Denver, I believe, right? I keep on thinking he's in well, he's on the board there. Can't remember who he's playing for. I know it was a Seahawk for a while. At the Chargers, yes, the Chargers. So another if you want to play Herbert in that one, but I think there's better options. So defense, Chicago, Atlanta are the ones I like on the most special Atlanta on FanDuel. Hey up, you got many grid options against really bad teams: Baltimore, Denver, San Diego. It's not San Diego anymore. It's this. I can't. These LA teams have moved around so much in my lifetime. It's just so hard to wrap my head around it. So Baltimore, Denver, Chargers, Detroit, Jets, Jacksonville, New England are punts, and then in play Texas to Green Bay. So the stacks are on the bottom. Let's just get to the builds and get you on your way for your day here. So tour next where I'm going for quarterback. Hall is running back from the Jets. Uh, Give me Tyreek Hill. If he's not in, then I'll put Waddle there. If not, I like Waddle on GPP because I think he'll get overshadowed if Hill is in. Ridley, really like his upside with for Tennessee, especially I don't really care who the quarterback is. I know Detroit is a really good against the run, and they lost one of their best pass rushers there with an injury, a gruesome injury a couple of weeks ago. So that really opens up things for Ridley. I think whether it's Mason Rudolph or whoever is the quarterback there. I think that he'll be able to have like a very good game, a lot of targets, and those points should add up. On is the obvious choice at tight end there, and then Baltimore defense. For GPP, give me Jameis Winston. Swift or Mixon are really smash matchups there. Throw the other one in the flex if you want to. Dobbins to pair with the Chargers defense. Give me Waddle, and then with the wide receivers, I'm going to correlate. I'm going to you can throw Judy in there, but I think I'm going to take the savings and go with Tillman at only 3-3. It opens up a lot of salary. And then maybe I might even run it back with Flowers or in the flex there, go with like Andrews, who saw resurgence last week, or likely one of the tight ends, even Bateman. So there's a lot of correlation that I'm probably going to build in that GPP line, and that's what I got for you. So if you have any questions, put in the chat below. Hit me at Megaro31 on Twitter/X. Stay tuned for tomorrow on our social media. We might do a free day. It's the Sports Eclipse Day where you have MLB, NFL, NBA, and hockey all playing on the same day, which is pretty cool. So we usually do a free preview of FSI for that to help you out on that special day that only happens like once or twice a year. So thanks for watching. Good luck in your contest or your videos. Hope you help us back. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll hopefully tonight be able to get the Monday Night Football video out for you. So that's what we got. Good luck in your contest. Hope you have an amazing weekend. I'll see you next.